So it's not just about what's going on in New York City now. It starts with...
Right, but we're in New York, so we're self-centered. We wouldn't hear that part of the story. And then you can tell yours. Let's start with that, because that's at the center of the debate right now.
It talks about Mayor Bloomberg coming in 3.5 months after 9/11. We knew we had to do something different as far as counterterrorism is concerned. We put in our own counterterrorism bureau. We brought in experts from the federal government. We assigned police officers overseas to act as listening post tripwires for the NYPD. We've had 16, during our watch, 16 attempted terrorist attacks here as a result of good work on the part of the federal government, good work NYPD, sheer luck. No, none of them came to fruition. Crime was down to record lows, and we had 6,000 fewer police officers than the previous administration had. So it sort of sums that up in that portion of the book. But it talks about my time in Haiti, a little bit of my time in Vietnam. I was undersecretary in the Treasury in the Clinton administration. I was on the board of Interpol. I was a boxing commissioner here. So I obviously can't hold a job.
A little bit of everything. Mike,
what's your sense today of cops in the car? In the sense that they are in a city where, as you point out, it's your feeling that the mayor ran against the police department when he ran for election. There's been a sort of undercurrent of tension between the department, between patrol officers and the since then. And now you have videotaping of everything that a police officer does. You have the tragic incident in Brooklyn. You've had 2 police officers assassinated in Brooklyn. What's your sense of where the department is today in terms of the average patrolman? Less reluctant to get out of the car when they see something? More active? Where are you?
Yeah, I think it's only common sense. They're more reluctant to get out. There's all sorts of signals that have been given to them that don't engage, or engage certainly in a lesser level than you have in the past. Some of it is national, some of it is local. But I think you'll see, you know, the rise in murders in 30 cities. That's the so-called Ferguson effect, where cops are less reluctant to engage in proactive policing. And certainly that's an issue here in New York. Hopefully, you know, we get over that. It's going to take some time, but it's a
so there is a Ferguson effect. You think there is a Ferguson effect?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you mean by that? What is the Ferguson effect?
Well, you know, ironically, of course, Darrell Wilson was totally exonerated by the Justice Department. We talk about Ferguson, but a lot of people forget that fact. Well, the Ferguson effect is that police officers, and I say Ferguson, obviously it involves other high-profile cases, the disastrous events in North Charleston, South Carolina. But obviously it means that police officers are thinking twice before they engage. And with the advent of cameras, which I ultimately support, but cameras are going to make police officers hesitate somewhat. In some people's minds, that's good. In some people's minds, that's bad. But I think you're experiencing now reluctance somewhat for police to do what has been done in the last 20 years. Crime is down dramatically throughout the country in the last 20 years. I attribute it to smarter policing, proactive policing. You're seeing a backing off from that for a variety of reasons.